prophets mentioned in the Quran are the same as the Old Testament, and approximately 25 prophets are mentioned in the Quran. Sometimes Muslims name their kids after these prophets, such as Jesus, Jacob, Moses, Joseph, Isaac, and Noah and Adam.
My slides are all weird, so yeah. All right, I'm going to teach you some history today. On an unrelated note, we took the A-Push exam like last Friday. It was so stressful, 4 hours in a tiny chair. Okay, but anyway, so I'm going to ask you some trivia, and please participate this next time. All right, so what prophet is usually associated with the religion of Islam?
Muhammad.
Yes, thank you. Okay, so can you guess when he was born? Yeah, all right. And in what city? It's also out there. Yeah, all right. And did he live before or after Jesus?
After.
Yes. Okay. So as you people saw on the screen, he was born in 570 CE Common Era in Mecca, Saudi Arabia. The people of Arabia practiced polytheism, majority of them. However, he was known to not practice polytheism. He was also born in a noble family, but he was actually an orphan. Both his parents died when he was young, and his grandfather died when he was 8, so he was raised by his uncle. And he was known as the trustworthy because he was a really honest guy. No, that's pretty swell. All right, so in 610 Common Era, Muhammad, peace be upon him, was visited by the angel Gabriel in a cave called Mount Hira near Mecca. And it was believed that the angel Gabriel brought the first verses of the Quran in Mount Hira to Muhammad, and the first verse was, "Recite in the name of your Lord who created you." And it's believed by Muslims that these revelations continued until Muhammad's death in 632 Common Era. Now, as I told you before, majority of Meccans were polytheists. So when they heard about Muhammad being like, "Yo, you guys, monotheism," they were all like, "No." So Muhammad and his followers, the early Muslims, originally migrated to the neighboring country of Abyssinia, where there was a Christian king who was like, "Y'all can stay with me, I'm not going to let them throw stones at you." And they were like, "Swell!" Okay, but then in 622 Common Era, they migrated to Medina, Saudi Arabia, and this is called the Hijra, which means to migrate, and this is when the Islamic calendar begins. So it starts 600 years later in the Gregorian calendar, and the Islamic state is established. Alright, so, and then I told you 632 Common Era, Muhammad dies, Revelations end, he's buried in Medina, and then Islam begins to spread to the rest of the world, and today, as was noted before, there are 1.5 billion Muslims all around the world. Yeah, okay. Change the slide now. Alright. Ah, yes. Holy books. Okay, so Muslims believe there were 5 holy books. These were the scrolls brought by Abraham, the Torah brought by Moses, the Psalms brought by David, the Gospel brought by Jesus, and the Quran brought by Muhammad. Now, Muslims believe that these earlier scriptures were the divine word of God in their original form, but through time and translation, parts may have changed or been lost. Now, this is why Muslims view the Quran as unique in that they believe it has been preserved in its original form since it was first revealed 1400 years ago. All copies of the Quran in Arabic are basically the same. So, yeah, and I have a Quran in my bag if you want me to go get it and show you. Okay. I'll go. Okay. So.
Ava, you could pass it around so they could, yeah.
So look, it's pretty. There you go.
So the initial version of the Quran was in Arabic? Is that correct?
Yes. Because it was revealed in Saudi Arabia. So. And I have an English translation if you guys want to look through that too. Okay. I'm so prepared today, you know? Alright. Here you go. Alright. Now let's talk about the Quran. Let's talk about the slide that deals with the Quran. Okay. Quran recitation. Revealed to Muhammad in Arabic by the angel Gabriel over a 23-year time period. Contains some similar stories and commandments found in the Old and New Testaments, and the primary source of guidance for Muslims and the last revelation, they believe, from God to humanity. The Quran, the word, literally means the reading or recitation, and is considered by Muslims to be the last and final revelation from God. Muslims believe that God sent down the Quran to the Prophet Muhammad over a period of 23 years between, like I said before, this is really repetitive, 610 and 632 Common Era in Arabic from the angel Gabriel.
So God literally like had a book.
Not like literally. Angel Gabriel, when like the first revelation came down, Angel Gabriel came to Muhammad and Muhammad was all like, oh my God, what? And then Angel Gabriel was like, read. And then Muhammad was like, I don't know how to read. And because he's like illiterate. And then Angel Gabriel squeezed him and he's like, read. And then Muhammad was like, I don't know how to read, man. And then Angel Gabriel like squeezed him hard. He's like, read. And then he's like, I don't know. And then he squeezed him again. And he's like, okay, I'll read. And Angel Gabriel was like, recite in the name of your Lord who created you. And then Muhammad repeated that. So it basically came oral revelation, and then it was later written down after Muhammad died.
So it was a great answer, by the way. You did a great job answering it. It was done verbally, orally. It wasn't written down, but over the years, it was actually written down in a book. Since then, since it was revealed, it hasn't been changed.
So it was Muhammad was the one who wrote it, though, right?
No. It was written after he died. They collected all what he like revealed like orally, and they wrote it down after he died.
The amazing thing is it was memorized by everyone that heard it, and so some of us have part of it memorized, and I know a lot of people that have end-to-end memorized too. So, right, you want to add something? Yeah. So if there's even a single mistake, someone could point it out saying this is not correct either, because people have it memorized, so they could call out any mistakes that are in it too. So,
yeah.
Thank you.
Was Muhammad polytheistic prior to the...
No. I
He was
said
always
before that
monotheistic.
he didn't believe in polytheism.
Okay.
Most of them were like, polytheism, and he was like, nah, I don't think that's right, bro.
And did he face persecution as a result of that?
Yeah, him and the early Muslims were like, they got boycotted, their businesses got boycotted, they got like beaten up. Like those that were slaves got like stones put on their chest. There was a guy named Bilal, who was one of the companions of the prophets. He was a slave prior, and he practiced Islam, and his masters were like, no! And they like put like rocks on him, like legit. And he was like getting crushed, and they're like, say you're not Muslim. He's like, I'm a Muslim. And they're like, no! And they put more rocks on him. And then nearly like crushed him to death. But you know, he got free later, so all is well. So, yeah, that's why they left, because they didn't want like rocks thrown at them. They first went to Abyssinia, where the Christian king was like, y'all can chill with me. And they're like, thanks, man. And then they went to Medina. Yeah. Okay. So the Quran consists of more than 6,000 verses, which are divided into 114 chapters of varying lengths. Some of these are very long, and some of these are very short. And since the Quran is considered by Muslims to be the Word of God, Muslims try to read it in its original form in Arabic, even though most of them don't write or speak Arabic. And even though it has been translated into every language Muslims speak, including some 20-some translations in English, like somewhere over there. I don't know, it's still being
right here.
Yeah, so English translation. Yeah, and there are actually millions of Muslims throughout the world that memorize the entire Quran, even though they don't have Arabic as a native language. So, yeah.
I thought it was K-O-R-A.
Oh, no.
Where did that come from?
I think it's like more of the English spelling, because they say it's like Quran. Yeah, but it's more spelled like Q-U-R and then the apostrophe A-N. That's more of like proper spelling, I guess.
Right. Hello everybody, my name is Abu Bakr. I'm a 16-year-old who goes to senior high. So today I'll be talking about the first thing, which is the Day of Judgment. So I'm going to guess you guys are wondering what this Day of Judgment is. To put into simple words, it's basically the end of the world. So Muslims believe that on this day, every human being will be judged for his actions, whether it be good or bad. And just like any other religion in this world, Muslims believe that if you do good, you will go to heaven, and if you do bad, you'll go to hell. Okay, so the divine decree. This is actually the last belief of the Muslims.